Spotlight, lectures and performances on and around Albany State University.
Just sit still. I looked at her out of the corner of my eyes. He could barely keep himself in changing clothes, but he was pretty. My first husband looked like the sun. I used to say his name over and over again till it hung from my ears like diamonds. Has you ever loved a pretty man, girl? I raised my eyes, determined to keep a distance from this woman disturbing my day. No, ma'am, but I've seen many a pretty man. I don't like them, though, 'cause they keep their love up high in a linen closet, and I'm too short to reach it. Her skin shook with laughter. Girl, you got some spunk about you after all. Come on over here next to me. I wants to see your eyes up close. You look so uneven sitting over there. Did she say uneven? Did this old Buddha splintering death say uneven? Couldn't she see that I had one eye shorter than the other, that my breath was painted on porcelain, that one breast crocheted keloids under this white blouse? I moved towards her, though. I scooped up the years that had stripped me to the waist and moved towards her, and she called to me to come out, wherever you are, young woman, playing hide and go seek with scarecrow men. I gathered myself up at the gateway of her confessions. Do you know what it means to love a pretty man, girl? She crooned in my ear. You always running behind a man like that, girl, while he cradles his privates. Ain't no joy in a pretty yellow man, 'cause you always are pleasuring and giving pleasure. I nodded my head as her words sailed in my ears. Here was the pulse of a woman whose black ass shook the world once. She continued, a woman crying all the time is pitiful. Pitiful, I says. I was pitiful, sitting by the window every night like a cow in the fields, chewing on cud. I wanted to cry out, but not even God himself could hear me. I tried to cry out till my mouth was split open at the throat. Suppose there is a time all women has to visit the slaughterhouse. My visit lasted 5 years. Touching her hands, I felt the summer splintering in prayer. Touching her hands, I felt my bones migrating in red noise. I asked, when did you see the butterflies again, ma'am? Her eyes wandered like quicksand over my face. Then she smiled. Girl, don't you know yet that you don't never give up on love? Don't you know you has in you the pulse of winds, the noise of dragonflies? Her eyes squinted close and she said, one of the mornings he woke up calling me and I was gone. I was gone, running with the moon over my shoulders, looked no which way at all, had inside me enough knives and spoons to cut, scoop out the night. I was a trembling as I met the morning. She stirred in her 84-year-old memory. She stirred up her body as she talked these men and men's, some good, some bad, some breathing death, some breathing life. William was my beginning. I come to my second husband spitting metal, and he just picked me up, folded me inside him. I was christened with his love. She began to hum. I didn't recognize the song. It was a prayer. I leaned back and listened to her voice, rustling like silk. I heard cathedrals and sonnets. I heard tents and revivals, and a black woman spilling black juice among her ruins. We all gotta salute death one time or another, girl. Death be waiting outdoors trying to get inside. William died at his job. Death just turned around, snatched him right off the street. Her humming became the only sound in the park. Her voice moved across the bench like a mutilated child. And I cried for myself, for this woman talking about love, for all the women who have ever stretched their bodies out anticipating civilization and finding ruins. The crashing of the bikes was anticlimactic. I jumped up, rushed towards the accident. Man, little man, where you bicycling to so very fast? Man, second little man, take it slow. It all passes so fast anyhow. As I walked the boys and their bikes towards the bench, I smiled at this old woman waiting for our return. I want you to meet a great lady, boys. Is she a writer too, Ma? No, honey. She's a lady who has lived life instead of writing about it. After we say hello, can we ride a little while longer, please? Okay, but watch your manners now and your bones afterwards. These are my sons, ma'am. How you do, sons? I'm Miss Rosalie Johnson. Glad to meet you. The boys shook her hand and listened for a minute to her words. Then they rode off, spinning their wheels on a city neutral with pain. As I stood watching them race, when Miss Johnson got up, "Don't go," I cried. "You didn't finish your story. We talk by and by. Comes out here almost every day. Sits here on the same bench every day. Probably died sitting here one day. As good a place as any, I imagine. May I hug you, ma'am? You've helped me so much today. You've given me the strength to keep on looking. No, don't never go looking for love, girl. Just wait. It'll come like the rain falling from the heavens. It'll come. Just don't never give up on love." We hugged. Then she walked her 84-year-old walk down the street, a black woman, echoing gold, carrying couplets from the sky to crease the ground. So, that's the piece that I did. It came from an old Spanish proverb that those who go looking for love find sorrow. And it's true. And we do go looking for, because, someone said, "Well, that's what you say because, whatever." I said, "Yeah, but your mama used to sit on bar stools. I ain't playing the dozens. But all our mamas probably sat on bar stools someplace when they were young. And then they went into the church afterwards, whatever, etc." Right? I'm not being facetious, but I'm just talking about reality. So don't ever look at your mother like she ain't never, sat on a bar stool and had a drink. You know what I mean? Whatever. And never cried also for a man, or for a child who died, or for a father who went away and didn't come back, right? Or for a mother who died also. I mean, these things have happened to us, as a people. But I just wanted to talk about that because at some point, it means simply that we all have got to understand what it means to put on the sleeves of love. Got to put on the sleeves of love, finally. Doesn't mean that, that's a tight dress for the sleeves of love, right? You can wear your tight dress, if you want to, and that's good because, when you're young, quite often we got some bad shapes out there, okay? But that's not going to get you love, whatever. So to put on the sleeves of love, and the hands of love. You have to put on the eyes of love, and the lips of love and the tongue of love. You got to put on the feet of love and the toe jam of love and the kneecaps of love. But above all, we have to put on the brains of love and the intellect of love, if you understand that truly. And always remember, that we must learn how to love ourselves, that if we do nothing else, all the way from the ancient times on the continent of Africa, that know yourself was very real, but it's also love yourself. And so one of the things you have to do is that look at yourself, and like James Brown said, "Oh my God, I'm going to look in the mirror and kiss myself." You know what I mean? Well, I had to learn how to get up in the morning and kiss myself like, "Girl, look at you. Mwah! Ain't you bad? Ain't you fine?" You don't have to be defined by what the images they put out in Hollywood, people. But you're fine. Yeah, aren't you beautiful? Yeah, I know I'm bad. I know I'm tough. I know I'm fat. Yeah, that's me. Whatever. You greet the day like that. You greet the day with a smile instead of a slap. You know what I'm saying? A smile instead of a scowl. And a negative word, right? Greet the day with a hug. Instead of a slap. Whatever. That's a whole other thing. And if someone does disturb your day, because people will disturb your day. Now, everyone knows the earlier poems that I did, you disturb my day, I would curse you out and think nothing about it, whatever. But when people want to say something negative to me, see, when people say something negative to you, what they're aiming at? They want to bring you on their level. See, if they bring you on their level, then there's a fight going on. When someone says something negative to you, the point for you is to bring them up on your level. So you say, "Oh, my dear sister, I didn't mean to offend you. Please excuse me. Can you tell me how I can correct that?" There's no fight. There's no more words because you brought them up on your level where you reside. You understand that? You got to hear that. That's a hard thing to do, especially coming out of New York City where it was so much easier to go call somebody every kind of name on the planet Earth and go, keep on going. But it didn't change anything. The point is to change how people see themselves and how we see ourselves. The point is when you are preserving yourself, your preserved breath, as I called it, whatever, okay? When you are preserving your preserved breath, my sisters and my brothers, whatever, then you make people deal with you on your level, whatever. And you never descend to their level. That is something to do, you know. Always walk in the beauty of yourselves, you know, not in the non-beauty of someone who wants you to descend to his or her level. Then they say, I got you. I can tell you anything about yourself. I can tell you anything about the world. I can tell you anything at all, and you'll believe it. You gotta hear that. You know? And when you do that, person, you know, will back away and go on about his or her business. But you maintain you, what you know. So just for my assignment for 1 week, come on, I'll give you my telephone number. It's private. Give me a shout out if you do it, right? Don't call me if you don't, but call me if you do it. For 1 week, do not twist your tongue and say anything negative about anyone. When you do it right, by the 4th day, your urine will get strong because you are expelling the poisons from your body. This brain right here will begin to expel the poisons from your body. Right. And then you draw only people towards you that are positive, not negative, whatever. And you will recognize the non-positive ones, believe me. Once, you know, I didn't know she was like that. Yes, you did, if you just listen to that inner voice, whatever. Because it's there. You know sometimes, you really do. So, well, or the guy comes toward you and says, well, but I thought he would know. You knew. You had a question from the very beginning, but you ignored it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you draw people towards you who are like you, not unlike you. That's the opposites attract. Well, yeah, I hear that. And they will also hurt each other greatly. So that's what we're talking about finally. You know, you putting on the sleeves of love. Right. You know, not the sleeves of revenge. Okay? But the sleeves of love. A country that is involved with revenge all the time is a country that will eventually destroy itself. You know. And as an aside to the president, yes, we are so happy that he won, but he cannot do this by himself. And one of the things I said, you know, and I constantly say it to us as a populace and young people, that you know, must. Did all of you vote? I hope all of you voted, because you've got to exercise this thing called voting, okay? You have to defend yourself about that. But you and I understand that when people did not do right, meaning Congress people did not do right, we go sit in their offices. They say, you have to leave. No, we're going to lock the door and stay with you until you get this thing right. And those senators down there and those I always call them crack cup people, the teacup people, right? Because they are, by the way. Just listen to them and you really will see that and hear that. You know, we need very much to go sit in their offices also too. Because you do know, if they had stolen this election, they were trying very hard to steal this one. Make no mistake about it. I had said to people, we had a telephone campaign going on, that we were going to march to Washington, D.C. and shut it down. Because the Supreme Court does not elect a president. We, the people, elect the president, along with that little thing that they call, the Electoral College, you know. Right. But it does happen, because we know that he won. That's real. That ain't make-believe. We don't truly understand 3 words. We, the people. Powerful words. It begins, we, the people. It says, it's you. It is we. We, the people. Usin. You know what I mean? We, the people, are the powerful people. You know, and we, the people, have changed this country, listen to this, to getting public school education coming from us as African Americans, people. Hear that? Because they always had private schools for white folks in America during the time we were enslaved. Did you know that? I taught at Amherst College. And one of the archivists said, Professor Sanchez, will you be interested in seeing something here? And I said, yes, I'd love to. And they showed me a spot where when Southerners went to Amherst College, they brought their slave with them. So the slave would sleep in some little cubby. I mean, some little, you can't breathe, whatever. So he could get up in time to make sure that his master was cleaned and fed and everything. Isn't that amazing? So I'm teaching at Amherst College, where now they have African Americans. And I would walk in and say, you cannot, you have got to see this to understand why you're here, how you got here, and why you can't act the fool while you're here. The same thing here. Stay with me on this. You should walk on this hallowed ground here. Your ancestors died here on this ground, people. You know, every time I come south, I can hear people crying. I can hear people saying, thank you, you do more, whatever. They have waited for you, this generation. They waited for you. With all this information you have, they've waited for you not to act the fool, not to be the fool, you know, but to run the sucker. Honestly. That's what this is about. If you're not to be scared to do it, too scared to do it, too afraid to look at yourselves, too afraid to love yourselves, to love this nose, you know what I mean? That spreads out. Well, yeah, it's supposed to. We come from a place called Africa. You're supposed to breathe there. It helps you breathe, you know? And lips that are thick. Look at everyone wants to have lips like ours. They be getting stuff jabbed in their lips, whatever. And we complain. No, listen, we complain, but we go around going, isn't that something? You know. But when someone kisses these lips, they know they've been kissed. No, I mean, come on. But everyone is, look, shooting up stuff in there to get full lips. And you hear a little child say in the school, I don't like my lips. And you just have to hug them. So you do a lot of things. You know, you have lips just like you mentioned some little white actor. Do I really? Yeah, look at him next time. She has lips just like our lips. Oh, it's a shame, but true. But you have lips just like your mama and your grandmama, right? And Ruby Dee and Odetta. You know what I mean? All those people who came before you, whatever. Toni Morrison, Alice Walker, huh? All these people. June Jordan, Audre Lorde, all these people. We have lips. You know, they're full. Put lipstick on, you know you got lipstick on. You know what I mean? You know, whatever. That is real business here. So if you remember nothing else, I say no poem that I read. Just get up every morning and say, look at here. Geraldine, Jerry. Look at here. Mary, Maria. Ain't you fine? Look at that nose. It spreads, but I breathe well. Especially when I got a bad cold. Look at all the whatever. I mean, like James Brown said, you gotta love this. You gotta love who you be. You know, period. One of the things I do at the end of a workshop, I always say, let's join hands. Let's make a circle. Get that out of your way. And I got a wire on me still too, right? Yes. When I first started to teach, and sometimes some students would say things to each other, and you couldn't always correct them, or you corrected them, but you could not reiterate, that correction. It dawned on me one day to make a circle at the end. So in the 1960s, I ended my classes with a circle, so people could say something to each other going around. It's a great idea to do that, So always, and they could touch also too, and they could listen. And also for those students who don't say things in class, they had to say something, if it's just their names, right? Whatever, etc. So I'm going to ask you to say anything you want to say going around. Do you mind if I start with you, my dear sister? Okay. Just say your name if that's all you want to say.
My name is Shalonda Jackson, and I'm a fine art major. And I saw you when I came in. And my friends saw me when I was at town. Like, oh, I have to draw her. She's got the most interesting look I have ever seen.
Thank you. It's beat up and tired, but thank you. Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Patrice Smith. I work here in the Office of Global Programs along with Dr. Osakwe.
to have heard you speak. I am truly inspired by your words and your wisdom. And this will truly go down as one of the best days of my life, and I thank you.
Thank you, my dear sister.
Hi, I'm Shanice. I'm a freshman, and I'm glad I came. I wanted to hear, feel empowered, seeing a great woman just leading, and it just inspires me. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear sister.
Hello, I'm Aisha, and I'm thankful to be here today. I really learned a lot from the lecture.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Africa Jackson. It was a pleasure to be in your presence today.
Thank you, my dear sister.
And,
I'm sorry.
I'm looking forward to listening.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name's Amanda Masters, and I've really enjoyed last night and tonight. Really, I mean, it's just empowered me and got me wanting to write again. I stopped for a long time, but it's really want me to put pen to paper.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Gabrielle Pikes. I'm a social work major, and your words really inspired me, and they were powerful.
Thank you, my dear sister.
Hi, Neota. Be a strong, bold, and beautiful. Thanks for reminding us.
Thank you, my dear sister.
And my name is Fleeta, and I feed my body every day, many times a day, but I will tell you that my spirit is well fed right now. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Kenyatta, and I just wanted to say thank you, and I enjoyed your work.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Dynasty, and I enjoyed this session.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Edna Johnson. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, my dear sister.
Peace, love, and happiness. Peace, love, and happiness to each and every last one of these beautiful faces in this room. This is such a wonderful day and an awesome time to be here. And my sister, peace, love, and happiness, I have not seen you since the 80s, 70s.
Okay.
And you are here now today at this most auspicious time and beautiful time. I just want to say thank you. I've just moved here to Albany, and I'm here to share all the happiness and for you to be here, to open up this opportunity for me to be here and to share. Thank you. 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 Thank all of us. This is a wonderful time. So let's do it. This is our time.
Thank you, my dear sister.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Louder so we can hear.
My name is Kimberly Hill. I'm an English major here. I've always been a fan of your writing, and this is my first time seeing you here in person.
Thank you, my dear sister.
I'm Dr. Sakura, adjunct faculty member here, and I'm just grateful to have been here, and I hope to have out to share some of those things that you've shared with us today with others.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Kiana Redder. My major is special education. I'm just happy.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Mira.
Louder.
My name is Mira Whitehead.
Thank you, my dear sister.
Hello, everyone. My name is Monique Jacquette. I'm a biology major, and I want to say thank you.
Thank you, my dear sister.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cherish Shinholster, and I just want to say I am honored that you were here.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Kayla Garrison, and I just want to say thank you for coming.
Thank you, my dear sister. Louder.
My name is Brittany Smith. I'm a criminal justice major, and I'm just honored to hear your speech today, and it really touched me.
Thank you, my dear sister.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shantia Suff, and I'm a forensic science major, and I just wanted to say thank you for coming and reminding me that there's more behind the pretty face.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Latoya Johnson, and I just want to say thank you.
Thank you, my dear sister. Louder.
My name is Sierra Marie Hunt. I'm a graduating psychology major, and you got a room full of women in here listening to you, so you can ball. I'm glad to be here as well.
Thank you, my dear sister.
Hi, I'm Timberlyn Goff. I'm a senior mass communications major, and I just want to say that I remember reading you in my literature books in high school, and I don't remember anybody else but you and Edgar Allan Poe. So I had to make it. I'm glad my friend invited me, so I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you, my dear sister.
Hello, everyone. My name is Danae Hudson. I'm just happy to be here, and I thank you for coming.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Latoya Jenkins.
Louder.
My name is Latoya Jenkins. I'm an English major, and I'm so glad you came and shared your wisdom with us.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Kiosha Burnett, and I'm a nursing major, and I'm just really happy that I got a chance to hear you speak today.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Aja Savage, and I am a sociology major, and I'm just glad to be in a place where it's full of women who are here to build up each other instead of tear each other down. So thank you for coming.
Thank you, my dear sister.
Good afternoon, all. It is a privilege to be here. My name is Natalie King-Pedrosa. I'm a professor in the English department at Florida A&M University. This is one of the most moving experiences I've ever had. And I have my 11-year-old daughter with me today.
Wow. Thank you.
All of you, Albany State, thank you so much for feeding us. This is necessary right now. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear sister.
I'm really happy to be here. You really inspire me.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Antoinette Demonder, and I thank you, Ms. Sanchez, for being a voice for all of us.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Oshi, and I wanted to be amongst all you beautiful women today, and I thank you for coming and sharing your wisdom.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Tenora, and
Can't hear.
I'm honored to be in the room with everyone here today. I wanted to tell you thank you for a major here at Albany State, and I just want to say thank you so much for what you do, what you stand for, your inspiration, your empowerment. I really enjoyed today, and I hope you come back for 2 years more, so please come back.
Thank you, my dear sister.
Hello, my name is Jasmine Taylor. I am a nursing major. I agree with Melissa and Jasmine, and it just gave me another outlook on life as a young woman.
Thank you, my dear sister.
Hello, my name is Gordon Johnson, and I just want to say thank you for coming, and I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, my dear sister.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jaquila Leaks, and I'm blessed to be here.
Thank you, my dear sister.
I'm Martistine Williams, and thank you for hosting my birthday party today.
Okay. Happy birthday, my dear sister.
My name is Tiara Tyson. I'm a social work major, and it's a pleasure being here. It was an eye-opener for me.
Thank you, my dear sister.
Good afternoon. My name is Judith Corbett, and it was a pleasure to hear you read your work. It's so much more enriching for me when I hear the author deliver and guide.
Thank you, my dear sister.
Sister Sanchez, I'm Catalina, and in 3 words, Sankofa, Hotep, and Ashe.
Thank you, Ashe. Thank you, my dear sister.
Hi. My name is Pat, and I am honored to be here among these kindred and beautiful women.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Jessica Green, and I enjoyed it.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Laverne Luster. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for keeping it real.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Rosemary Mundy Shepherd. I'm pleased to have you back after more than 20 years, and I want to thank you for lifting me up.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Janice. I've read your work over the years, and I'm glad to see you in person. I hope this doesn't end with just one session. It should be done again. It's so pretty to see everybody.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Damaris, and I thank you for being so generous with yourself.
Thank you, my sister.
Hi, I'm Thetis Bryant. Professor Sanchez, you are awesome, and your message was so profound.
Thank you, my dear sister.
Good afternoon, Professor Sanchez. I'm Flo Hill. We want to welcome you back. I was here when you came before. I'm still here. I plan to be here when you come again. Don't make it so long.
Okay, thank you, my sister.
My name is Devonna, and thank you for being here to inspire all of us, and especially our students. And I see some of my students in the audience. And thank you for coming and that letting us know that we're all in this together.
Yes, thank you, my sister.
My name is Shanice Colon. I'm a sociology major, and I want to thank you for reaffirming my belief that my Black is beautiful as well as my womanhood.
Thank you, my sister.
Excellent. My name is Stephanie Hankerson, and again, thank you for coming. I see some of my students here. I see a fellow student that I was with in graduate school, so it's such a blessing just to have someone to have the ability to bring all those people who are important to me together. So I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear sister.
My name is Bonnie Chambers, and I have been uplifted, challenged, and changed. And thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Thank you, my dear sister. And what we demonstrated for a minute, the patience. There was patience to stand here and listen to everyone speak. Patience. Patience, my sisters. Patience. So we must be patient with ourselves. Must be patient with our teachers and with ourselves and with our families, you know. But above all, with ourselves. We're impatient with ourselves, you know. We get mad at ourselves too often. But patience, the body demands patience sometimes, you know, and a little more respect and just a little bit more patience. And if that is the case, as something we know one thing, that it will get better in 3 words: Ibe yi. Ibe yi. Ibe yi. Ibe yi. Ibe yi. Ibe yi. Again, Ibe yi. It'll get better because we're going to make it better in our time. Thank you so very much, my dear sisters. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my dear sister. It's a pleasure also. Thank you. Yes. During the winter, when the flu starts coming, we start doing this. Yeah, right. You know. You know, that way. Thank you, my dear sister. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my dear sister. Thank you. Thank you. Sure, you can, my sister.
I saw her when she first came in. Okay, ready?
Ready.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Thank you, my dear sister. Thank you. How you doing, my dear sister? Peace and love to you too.